You're listening to Popcorn in Orbit, a podcast for sci-fi lovers of all galaxies, hosted by filmmakers Jeremy Major and Ian P. Causer.
All right, hey everyone, welcome back. It's Jeremy here in Canada. I've got Ian in Great Britain. How you doing, Ian?
I'm great, Jay. How are you?
We shared the Comicon episode recently, and I think we should first talk a little bit about Comicon and you and your experience in Canada. This was pretty exciting for us.
It was a really big deal. I had a fantastic time. I do love your country.
Oh,
full of
thank you.
Wonderful people, full of wonderful, welcoming, friendly people who love to try and do an English accent to me. Which is always fun. It does, yeah, everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
do people feel like they're speaking your language that way, or are they trying to prove to you how good their accent is?
I think it's like they want me to judge it. Is this a good
really?
accent? Yeah, I think they want to say, could I pass for a Brit?
Yeah.
And the answer's overwhelmingly no, but I love the effort.
And do you do that to Canadians? Like, did you ever?
No.
Okay.
Although I did drop the second T in Toronto just to feel like, I still have it. It's gone forever. It's a one T city now, Toronto.
Toronto.
Because I just love the way that you say Toronto. It's just cool. So you felt very self-conscious going, I'm in Toronto. You know,
Yeah.
You can't call it that.
So how was Toronto? Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
What a city. What a place. Fantastic.
And we toured you around a little bit too.
You did. Yeah. You were the unbelievable host. People that don't know, he picks me up at the airport, bless him. He drives me to Toronto. You're not even from Toronto, and you still come over and you get me. And honestly, you looked after me for the whole trip. I never had to get an Uber or anything. It was honestly phenomenal.
True.
And your family were wonderful to me as well. So yeah, it was just a wonderful experience. And I can't wait to get back there. Really can't.
Yeah.
If you'll have me.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was a pleasure having you. So yeah, we did the Comic-Con thing, which was, obviously there's what was in the episode, but there was a lot more to this experience than just that.
There was. Because we recorded it like right at the end of the day, didn't we? I think it was like 6:15 we started recording, I think. So we'd had the whole day at the event, meeting people and you were getting some really cool stuff shot.
What interesting people they were.
They're the best. They're our people. They really are. They're our people. They're passionate about their heroes, whether it be comic book or sci-fi or horror. Yeah. And the cosplay was off the charts.
It was. I was surprised, actually, how many people were dressed up. Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like we were the odd ones out, almost.
Yeah.
It felt like the more people were in cosplay than weren't, which is just awesome to see.
At least I was wearing the Popcorn in Orbit t-shirt.
You were. Yeah. I was wearing a Star Wars hoodie. I was wearing my Andor hoodie. So green isn't my color, and that's just the way. That's just the way it goes. It washes me out, and
absolutely,
yeah.
But the level of detail some of these costumes had was mind-blowing.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Like, truly, like, pro standard, some of them. Like, wow.
I know.
And I was staying at a hotel that connected to the Metro Convention Center.
Yeah.
So I would pop back to my room or pop back to grab something through the day. And this connection is above ground and it's covered, I'd imagine for weather reasons for when you have the winter. But the tunnel was like at least 150 yards long, and it turned at certain angles into my hotel. And I swear to you, the entire one side of it by the windows was taken up. There wasn't a gap for 150 yards of cosplayers tick-tocking.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And just walking past them all as they'd set up their, I really look, they were mobile, but they were really professional setups with their little stand for their iPhone camera. And they were doing their dances, and they were oblivious to the fact that there was anybody walking past them. It was really quite phenomenal scene to watch. So I think I went back to the hotel a couple of times needlessly just to see them do this stuff, because they're little filmmakers, right? They're making their little movies, and they got professional level makeup and costume, and they're having fun with it, and they're not even in Comicon. You know, they've come to Comicon, but they're not actually in the building, because they wanted to just line up and do it with because the CN Tower's out the window behind there.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. So they've got this wonderful backdrop of CN Tower behind them. So yeah, it blew my mind how seriously they took it, and how committed they were.
And you know, and we had a camera there, and so we're starting to share some clips in that on our new YouTube channel.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we went around, we talked to some people, some characters, had some fun there. It was amazing how unanimously everyone seemed to listen to the same podcast.
They were all big fans of the podcast.
If only it were true.
Well, it's astonishing how they all name dropped it as their favorite podcast.
Isn't it?
It really is. So those videos will be going up on YouTube. All of our past episodes are on YouTube.
Yes.
So you can now listen to it through YouTube.
I think this YouTube is going to be a real thing someday.
Yeah,
I think it's a good thing to invest in.
It's youtube.com, I think, for anybody who wants to maybe check it out. But yeah, I think it's definitely growing. And now we're on there, it's going to just explode. So
Sure.
Yeah.
What amazed me was how sort of, what's the word? Like almost like user generated that event is. Like if you didn't have that commitment, like it's such a community. And a lot of the people we talk to, they go there every year. They've grown up going there. And if you didn't have that commitment from the people who attend, the event would not be much. Or not be what it is. Like it's so dependent on the enthusiasm of its attendees.
It really is. And this is a big hall. This isn't a little room where it's taking place. This is a massive convention center.
Yeah.
And it's taken place on split levels. There's also multiple rooms with talks and panels and going on. I mean, I don't know how many people were in there, but we're talking thousands and thousands of people who are completely committed to it. And without them, it is nothing.
Yeah.
It's literally nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing but a bunch of stalls selling stuff, and that's not what the Comicon experience is. They have this big floor with stalls, but that's not what the experience is. Mm-hmm. It's the, I can agree more. It's the attendees. Yeah. And it's such a safe space for people who love this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it is it's a safe space for people to dress as they want, do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Put out there what they love.
Yeah.
Without fear of mockery or anything else, the negative, horrible stuff that you might experience if you walked around like that in everyday life. Maybe not in Canada, because you guys are, everybody I met was lovely, but certainly over here, outside of that Comicon safe space, you wouldn't feel necessarily as safe. So I love that aspect of it. Yeah. You can be as exuberant as you desire.
So how about Canada, eh?
How about Canada, eh? Yeah. I mean, what a country. It's so nice. Your immigration guy didn't even stamp my passport going in to the country.
Oh, wow.
Which is just shows you how friendly Canadians are. Oh, come on in, buddy. Go and grab your suitcase.
Did you feel like you wanted the souvenir of that?
I kind of felt like, did I go the wrong way? Have I illegally entered Canada?
The back door.
Yeah, but that was my case, and it was off you go, and there you are waiting for me outside, bless you. So yeah, no, I absolutely adored it. We spent the weekend in Toronto, and then we headed back to Hamilton, your neck of the woods, and we got some cool stuff done there, which we'll probably talk about at a later date.
I'm sure we will.
That was awesome as well, and I loved every second. It just went so quick. It went so quickly.
Well, thanks so much for making the trek. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was fantastic. And
Yeah.
Can I tell the story that Mike told us at dinner? Can I tell that story?
Go for it.
Because this is more. So this is a funny story for anybody who wants to listen to it, but for anybody who hasn't been to Canada or doesn't know how nice Canadians are, this highlights it. So,
or anyone who doesn't know quite what Comic-Con is like at times.
Well, yes, I've never known anything
there.
There is everything in this story, and I've never known this sort of thing happen at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But your friend Mike, he comes down with a lot of your family to support the show. Really kind of him to do the trek over.
Yeah,
and he was telling us when we went out to dinner after we'd shot the pod that he wanted to support somebody in the artist's alley. You've got all these wonderful comic book artists who come and, and you can pay to have them sign a piece of artwork or one of their comic books or what have you. And he's walking the floor and he doesn't necessarily, I wouldn't imagine he's a comic book dude in any way, shape or form. But
I don't believe so.
No, but he's a kind guy and he wants to support an artist. So he just picks one at random to buy a book and get it signed.
Yeah.
And he's telling the story. I'm sat next to him at dinner and he's like, and the guy was like, he signed the book and he just looked at me and said, "Do you want me to draw a dick in it?" It's a true story, right? It's a true story.
The show's taking a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I use penis? I could rewrite that.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. And apparently this is what this guy does. Mike didn't know this, but he draws penises. People send him photos of their penis, and he'll draw a penis and send it back.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine this. But this is, and everybody's finding the story hilarious, quite right.
Yeah,
around the table. And there's a lot of us out for dinner. But as the only Brit amongst Canadians, what struck me that didn't strike any of you was the fact that this stranger said to a person who just bought something off him, "Would you like me to draw a dick in your book?" And the Canadians are saying, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, and that wouldn't happen over here. If somebody asks you that, what? Yeah, you're getting a different response. And then Mike pulls out the book and shows us the proof.
It was
of
real.
The story.
It was
real. So that's how nice Canadians are. If somebody asks whether they'd like them to draw a penis on something they own, and a Canadian will go, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
So will this become your story when you want to tell people how nice Canadians are? Is this your go-to story?
I think it's perfect proof, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's perfect proof.
It's great. It's really great.
Yeah.
It represents us so well.
But no, Mike was great, and it was lovely to meet him and all your family and friends. And I just love that. I just love that because I'm just genuinely the only person around the table going, "You just went, yeah, sure."
Yeah. If you want adventure, you hang out with Mike. Things happen when you're with Mike. It's crazy.
Love it.
Anyway. So on that note, that lovely note.
Yeah.
All kinds of artists were at Comic-Con, weren't they?
Yes. Yeah, he just managed to pick that one. I don't know the name of the guy, but there must have been 50 artists there, right?
Yeah.
But the wonderful thing about Mike is I don't think he's, the exuberance with which he was telling the story, I think he's thrilled he picked that guy because he's got this story out of it,
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
That makes Mike a very easy guy to like.
It sure does.
My sense of humor, certainly. But it kind of inspired this episode, right? Because I got back to Britain.
Yeah, I guess we should get on with
the
it.
Dick story.
No.
Yeah, no. But I got back to Britain. I was a little bummed,
Yeah.
It was because we haven't actually talked about the fact this is the first time we'd met in person.
It was.
As well.
Oh, yeah.
We've been friends for years. And this is the first time we actually get to hang out.
I know. Yeah, that was
really
a very cool experience. Yeah.
I was a little bummed to be back in Blighty.
Yeah.
And it just got me thinking when I was flying home about who are my favourite Canadian artists.
Yeah.
And I thought that's something we should do here. Well, I love Canada. I officially am a fan of Canada now.
Yeah.
So I was talking to you about it. And I was like, maybe we should each of us should name our top 5 favourite Canadian artists.
And I think, thinking about this in preparation, it's a reminder of how many great Canadians there are out there doing things,
Absolutely.
And I think today we're talking about entertainment related performers, filmmakers, that sort of thing in particular. And of course, the list goes way beyond that. especially, the Artemis 2 mission just returned and we had a Canadian on there, which was a great moment of pride for this country,
Quite rightly. Did you notice the US question to the Canadian was, have they been taking the mickey out of you for being Canadian?
Was that the question?
Three astronauts. Yeah, that was the question and I was like, you got that the wrong way around.
That's for sure.
The whole of Britain was like, no, you need to ask the Americans, is he taking the mickey out of you for being American?
Yeah. So today, obviously we're talking more about entertainment. I was all for it when you suggested it.
Yeah, you are extraordinarily humble as a nation. Probably too humble, so we need to blow your horn a little bit.
Yeah. So shall we do this? Some rules?
Yeah.
Were there some rules?
There are a few rules. The first of which is they have to be Canadian.
Right.
So born in Canada.
Yes, this helps.
And that's about it.
So not really some rules. One rule.
Yeah. That's the goal. It's a golden rule.
You got to
be Canadian. We came up with the same person.
Yeah,
so we're gonna do 5 each plus one other who's our joint inductee on the Canadian Hall of Fame.
Well, shall we start with that person?
Yeah, it's with a heavy heart. She's just recently passed, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Far too soon. But we both adore Catherine O'Hara, a legendary actress, comedian, improviser. Just who doesn't love Catherine O'Hara?
Yeah.
And I can't believe she's gone.
I know.
I just can't.
I know.
But she was such a massive part of SCTV, and I'm sorry, I'm giggling here just thinking about her. I can see her in certain sketches. She did a sketch called Yellow Belly, where John Candy's playing Yellow Belly. He's the biggest coward in the West. So he's
oh yes, I do know this one.
Yeah, and she plays a woman who he shoots in the back, and I know that sounds horrible, but you're talking world-class comedians here, so it's just very, 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 very funny.
Yeah.
And her, also, she did one where she's playing, Leave It to Beaver. And she was playing the mother. I've forgotten the mother's name in Leave It to Beaver, but she just crushed it in that. And June, that was it, June. She even makes the most bland, I hate to say that about June, but she's not a particularly interesting character, but Catherine O'Hara made her hilarious. I don't want to. I could go on and on and on, but I don't know what you want to bring up, so I don't want to jump all over you here. But
for some reason, the first thing I think of is Home Alone, and I think it's just her that nurturing quality,
Yeah. And
there she is with John Candy, as well. They have some great scenes together.
Yeah, she's fantastic in that. And then she does Schitt's Creek, and Schitt's Creek is Canadian genius, isn't it, really? I mean, you've got these legends of Canadian comedy coming together who were doing SCTV back in the day. Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara were both on SCTV back in the day. And with Daniel Levy comes along and they create this another wonderful sitcom, certainly, I think the most successful Canadian sitcom because it's all over the world. It's big here as it is there. Trust me, it's massive. And she just appeared in, I've forgotten the name of it, The Last of Us. Is it The Last of Us?
Oh, she did. Yeah, she had
in a
kind of a guest role.
Yeah. And she's heartbreaking in that.
She is.
She's heartbreakingly good in that.
Yeah.
And that shows, and that's why I was very keen to make sure I said actress at the top and comedian rather than just comedian, because she was amazing in The Last of Us.
It is so sad that I feel like she's been so busy in the last several years and doing so many great things, and then unfortunately we lose her.
Yeah, gone far too soon. Mm-hmm. We love you, Catherine, and we both do, and she was on both of our lists, so that's why I wanted to mention her from the top.
Let's move into our individual lists, shall we?
I wonder how many of these people might not realize are Canadian.
I don't know. It's possible.
I reckon there's a few on mine that people might not even know are Canadian.
Okay.
If I knew the name of the guy that drew the dick in Mike's book, I'd put him in here, but I can't remember his name. Yeah.
That's too bad. Maybe he'll reach out.
Yeah.
All right. So hit us with your number 5.
Number 5. I can't believe he's this low, really. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
Is he the biggest movie star in the world right now? He's got to be up there.
Maybe. Yeah. I think he probably is.
Yeah, he's just fantastic in everything he does. He's found this unique, truly unique shtick, for want of a better term. and I mean that as a compliment, not as an insult, that he's so Ryan Reynolds. It's not even Deadpool, it's Ryan Reynolds, because it's Ryan doing Deadpool and it's Ryan in Red Notice.
Yeah,
and it's, you know, and it's this extraordinarily, it's unusual for somebody that handsome to be that funny. And I think you've got to be Canadian to get away with that, really. Because he is a very handsome chap, let's be honest. He's got movie star good looks, and he could do, and he's done serious drama and thrillers and action movies. But I think we all love him more when he's doing his comedy shtick alongside it.
Yes.
And to be honest, I think he could do anything. He now owns Wrexham Football Club over here. You know, he could do anything. Isn't he? Doesn't he sell, is it brandy
right now he's like
tequila?
He's selling eggs for Tim Hortons right now, I think.
He's selling eggs for Tim Hortons. Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah. He could sell anything, couldn't he? He could sell sand in the desert, Ryan Reynolds. So yeah, he's my number 5.
All right, awesome. He's been around for a long time, too. I remember seeing him in, what was it, Two Girls, a Guy in a Pizza Place or something like that? It was a kind of short-lived sitcom.
Yeah.
Way back.
I don't think that came over here, but I've seen clips of him in that role.
And he stood out. Like, there was a quality that was
straight
distinct.
Away. Yeah.
I was not surprised to see him again after that.
Yeah, he's got a charisma, hasn't he?
He really does.
He's a charismatic dude. Who you got at 5?
And again, the order's a little hazy here, but I'll have to start somewhere. So I'm gonna put down Martin Short.
Martin Short,
the comedian, actor, genius,
legend.
Yeah. And I mean, here's another guy who's like been doing it for a lifetime. Yeah. You know, one of my favorite characters that he plays is Jiminy Glick. You ever watch this? Like, it is so wrong. The things he can get away with because he's wearing that suit is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But everyone knows, like everyone's in on it, but he can just say whatever he wants.
Yeah. So I know it because I'm a huge Martin Short fan. I've gone online and found this stuff, but I don't know if it ever aired in the UK. So I'm just going to, for the UK listeners, say he's kind of the version of Dennis Pennis we had back in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Which is a character being interviewing famous people. But it's a character.
Yeah.
But whereas Dennis Pennis just offended everybody, because it's Marty Short, for some reason, you never feel uncomfortable. It's just funny.
No. And
this is funny.
Him and Steve Martin have that special on Netflix, I think it is. And it's their live show, right? Yeah. And they're like, he's just a master of the backhanded compliment, I guess you'd call it, right? And he can just go on and on with this. It's unbelievable, but I find it hilarious.
It's, and it's never insulting. He's incredibly insulting, but he never insults you.
Yeah.
That's a real gift in comedy. The first time I ever saw him, it was Mel Brooks.
Oh, that would be good.
Interviewing, legend.
Yeah.
And he said to Mel Brooks, "What's your big problem with the Nazis?"
Oh, jeez.
And Mel went, "If you break Mel Brooks, that's pretty impressive."
Oh, yeah.
And then I got into it, and I found him interviewing Steven Spielberg, and he asked Steven Spielberg first off. He said, "When do you think you're going to do the big one, Steven?" And Spielberg's like, the big one? One that really connects with an audience.
This is the stuff.
This is the stuff, and it's genius. And again, he just slayed Steven Spielberg. I think that's the wonderful thing about it. He actually makes the person he's interviewing laugh. Yeah, and I feel like Galifianakis with the Between Two Ferns.
I was just going to say Between Two Ferns.
As kind of
similar vein.
Yeah, it might be it might be inspired by.
And that's just one character. You know, there's been so many over the years, of course. Even, I love Father of the Bride and his character.
That's my favorite, Marty Short.
Yeah.
Frank.
Fantastic. Frank, that's it. Yeah. And even, more recently with Only Murders in the Building, he's pretty much playing himself, I think. Yeah. And it's great. He's compelling. Yeah. He's funny. All right. Who else you got?
Just for, I wanted him as well, but Jeremy got him first. Right. So, okay. Number 4.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I'm about to say exactly the same as I said about Ryan Reynolds here. Possibly the biggest movie star in the world.
Right.
Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
If anybody's bigger than Ryan, it'll be Keanu.
I suppose.
Or Ryan Gosling, who's
Ryan
also
Gosling,
Canadian.
I was just going to say, yeah.
So you've got the big three there.
Yeah.
I don't have to go on about Keanu too much because long-time listeners to the pod will know I've gone on about Keanu before.
Yeah.
I adore him. I think he's absolutely brilliant. We've been lucky enough, to come across people who have worked with Keanu while doing this pod. Bob Monroe,
I
for
guess we
instance,
have,
worked
yeah.
with Keanu.
That's true.
And everybody who's ever worked with him, no matter what department they're working in, all says the same thing, which is he is a super wonderful, lovely, nice guy.
Yeah.
For those of you who think he's American, he's not. He's Canadian, and he's an incredible movie star and a fantastic human being, which is even more important. And I love him. And he doesn't age. Dude's nearly 60, if not 60.
Yeah.
And you look at him in John Wick, he just doesn't age. I don't know what, I don't know what the secret is, but
I don't know.
Please share.
I guess being a nice guy is probably good for your physical chemistry.
Yeah. And he's got about 74 different black belts, hasn't he? And all the martial arts he does.
Wow.
That stuff's got to keep you young, hasn't it? I'd imagine.
For sure.
They say exercise is good for you. I think is that right?
There's a rumor. Yeah.
There's a rumor.
It's a theory. It's a theory at this point.
It's a little bit like QAnon and climate change. It's a bit iffy, isn't it?
What's that thing? Yogging?
Logging.
Yogging?
Yogging.
It's a reference to Anchorman. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's American.
Right.
We're not talking about those guys today. What do you got at number 4, buddy?
All right, my number 4 is... I'm going to go with a director here, and his name is, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's a guy named James Cameron. And I think he's happened to have directed like some of the biggest movies of all time.
And I'm embarrassed to admit, I didn't know he was Canadian.
There you go. He is. I think he's from like Niagara Falls direction. I'm sure a lot of people want to claim him.
Not far from you at all, then.
Not far from here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm incredibly proud to have him as a Canadian.
Yeah.
I think my first real encounter with him was Terminator 2, and I loved that movie. I saw it when it came out. I hadn't seen Terminator 1. It didn't matter. But that movie was at a different scale from anything I'd seen before. And I actually loved Titanic. I loved Avatar. I mean, these are just mega, mega blockbusters.
Yeah.
I think what I appreciate most about him, I feel like, I don't know if it's discipline or what, but he is so focused on obviously like mastering the craft, but he loves to bring, innovation and marry it with rich storytelling. Yeah. And I just think that's great.
Does that make him the Canadian George Lucas then, do you think?
I suppose you could probably call him that.
Yeah. It was just the way you talk, and you're right about innovation and what have you.
Yeah.
My mind went straight to George then, and maybe he is the Canadian. My favourites are Aliens and T2.
Yeah.
Just epic films.
Yeah. He likes to make it big.
Yeah.
All right. Take us to your number 3.
Number 3, it's another comedian, has to be. Okay. It's Danny Aykroyd.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
The man from Ottawa. What a genius of a mind. I honestly, he's one of the... when I think Dan Aykroyd, I just want to measure his IQ. Because I imagine it's like 290 or something. He's to be that smart, to be that fast talking, and to be that funny. And I spoke to somebody only a couple of days ago, and they thought they didn't know he was Canadian, which surprised me because he feels very Canadian to me. He feels Canadian.
He feels Canadian, yeah.
So Canadian, yeah. For Brits that think he's American, he's not. He's from Ottawa. Ghostbusters was the first time I came across him, I think. It would be Ghostbusters or possibly Dragnet with Tom Hanks. He's brilliant in both. He's got a unique delivery, doesn't he? His brain is working 5 times faster than the rest of us.
Yeah.
And he reminds me a little bit of Robin Williams. You kind of have to keep up with him, when he's going. You kind of have to keep up with him, and you're very aware you're in the presence, even if it's just in your home watching him on TV. You're in the presence of somebody who's way ahead of you, and you've got to try and keep up.
Yeah.
Great Outdoors. I love him in The Great Outdoors, and The Great Outdoors is kind of forgotten. It's not probably the best of the 80s comedies, but I adore it. But he's very happy to play the complete asshole.
Right. Okay.
For comic effect, you know.
Yeah.
And not all comedians are happy to do that, but that's a great example of I'm opposite John Candy. This has got to be like an Odd Couple type thing situation. And he does nice guy better than anybody in the world because he's such a nice guy. So I'm going to go the other way and be a complete dick and still make it funny you know. Yeah. So, and I was just thrilled to see him back in the Ghostbusters reboots when he came back, and it was cool to see Bill Murray, obviously, but Dan Aykroyd is just amazing for me. So he's my number 3.
Okay, great. Yeah, I like it. My number 3 is Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. You've got some great comedians on you. You really do.
My favorite growing up was Ace Ventura. My friend and I just laughed from start to finish. Now, I've watched it more recently, and there's a lot of things in there that are not politically correct. So I'm not going to tout it too much. But
humor
at the time,
meant to be politically correct.
Yeah. At the time, it was so great. And then Dumb and Dumber. And I feel like, you know, he's still around. He's still doing things. He's still somehow legendary. There was that whole thing where he went and accepted the award in France. And was it really him? And all, you know, this. And
yeah.
It was just all part of the lore and legend of Jim Carrey.
Have you seen him do, I don't know if this is Saturday Night Live, but he does sketches where he's impersonating Matthew McConaughey selling Lincoln cars.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was on Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's so good. It just makes me want to see more. This is a plea to Jim Carrey. We need you, Jim. The world needs Jim Carrey back. Right? Yes. The zany Jim Carrey that just make anybody laugh.
Yeah.
The guy that slays Clint Eastwood. You wouldn't think Clint Eastwood would get hysterical laughing, but I've seen it happen once, and Jim Carrey was the one to do it to him. Can you get back to being that zany, crazy, liar, Ace Ventura dude? Because we need you, buddy.
I used to watch him in Living Color because he did like Fire Marshal Bill. Have you ever seen this?
No.
He had a few really absurd characters in that. And I think it was shortly after that he came back to Toronto and did a special that was on like global TV or something at the time. And you'll see these clips still. I see them every now and then where he's got like this multicolored shirt on. And I think this special kind of solidified it. It was like, this guy is unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
After that, his like fame graph just went way up like this.
He was the biggest movie star in the world at one point in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, he was getting $20 million a movie, and he was guaranteed box office success.
Yes.
And he never lost it.
No.
Do you know what I mean by that? He did Man on the Moon, and you know, he went more into the dramatic side, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
He's got a couple dramas in there.
Yeah, and then he kind of just pulled away.
Yeah,
nobody threw him out of the industry. The audience didn't get fed up with him. He pulled back, and I know he's a very gifted artist, and he paints, and he does all these wonderful things. He's one of those guys who'd be good at anything he did.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, the world as it is right now, we need Jim.
We do. All right, what's your number 2?
Number 2 is a director, Denis Villeneuve.
Okay, awesome.
Dune Part 2. Dune Part 3 is coming this year. The new trailer's online. Blade Runner 2049. Prisoners. Sicario. I think he's one of the greatest directors currently working. And he is, of course, French Canadian.
He is, indeed.
So we need to give him his props.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, what about you at number 2, buddy?
My number 2 is Bare Naked Ladies, the band.
Hey!
And these guys are just doing it their own way. I can't help but admire that. They have been around it's over 30 years now. And I've actually done a bit of work with them. And I just saw them the other night, and they performed If I Had $1 Million with Eric McCormack. This is at the Canadian Film Center, like gala thing, whatever. And it was so hilarious. But they're just always professional. They are endlessly talented. And they just, you know, it's maybe not for everyone all the time. This kind of a bit of humor, you know, mixed in with music, but like Jim Carrey, it brings a certain light to the world. You know, there's not a heaviness to it. These guys, like, I remember when they first came into the scene. This was in what would it be, like? Could be late 80s even. But I don't know what they did, but somehow they had they were sort of like bootleg versions, or I don't know if they had created them or exactly what, but they had like, there were tapes floating around in the world, and they looked bootlegged, right? Like there's like the yellow cassette or whatever it's called. This was like one of their first albums. It felt like if you had it, you were like lucky, or like it was exclusive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And I don't know how intentional all of that was, but part of what got them on the map is that they couldn't play at an event because of their name, something like that. It caused a problem. And they got so much press out of that. It was just like, that was that little nudge that they needed. Meanwhile, there's these tapes floating around, and there was just the right combination of things, right?
Yeah.
And they've just kept at it. They had some albums that were real hits. And, even though I think they sort of faded slightly from the true spotlight, they just keep going. They just keep releasing albums. And I think they've maintained a pretty good following. They keep touring. So there you go.
Well deserved. Are you impressed I didn't do my thing when you say Bare Naked Ladies?
What's your thing?
It's been.
Now we got to pay royalties. It's funny. We're talking about Bare Naked Ladies, and the word dick has come up a lot. Well, this is a whole different show now. This season 3 is
it's
just
going to need
like,
an explicit rating, isn't it?
All right, take us to your number one.
Okay, can you guess? Anybody who knows me knows it's John Candy.
There it is.
I don't really want to go overboard again. I love the man deeply, and he was a wonderful, wonderful person. And also, I think probably the funniest man that's ever lived.
Right.
John Candy can just smile and I'm cracking up. He doesn't have to say anything funny. So when he actually says something funny, I'm now rib tickled.
Yeah.
And when he slays, I'm on the floor. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I think it's just brilliant. And he was a great actor as well. He was a great dramatic actor as well. So yeah, I think he's everybody's favorite Canadian, right?
There's something about just his spirit, his energy that is incredibly likable.
Yeah. And is he still beloved in Canada? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the documentary that came out recently, really kind of refreshed that for people. And it's quite amazing that here we are, 30 years later, still talking about him.
Yeah.
And
we will be in another 30 years. He's that indelible.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks said a wonderful thing on the documentary. He said he stuck acting in his back pocket and acted like a human being. I just thought that was a wonderful way to describe him.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah.
But I got some cash. I haven't had any English money in my wallet for a very long time. And that's not because I'm a writer, an actor. It's because we don't use cash anymore. We're all contactless.
Right.
But I thought I'm coming to Canada, but I guess some notes just in case. And I was genuinely disappointed not to see John Candy on the $50 bill because I just assumed it would be him. And it was a bald dude. No idea who he was.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
I was very impressed that our Queen is on one of your notes, though.
Oh, yeah.
Queen's on one of them. Is that the $20, I think, maybe? I can't remember.
Perhaps, yeah.
But yeah, to me, it's you need to remove, dead royalty and bald dudes. And you need to put John Candy, Danny Aykroyd, Jim Carrey, Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy on your notes. Because that fits Canada so well.
That's not a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should start a petition.
Yeah. Who's on your stamps? Do you have...
it changes on the regular.
Changes. Okay.
Yeah.
We've just got Chuckles.
We have paintings and various things.
Okay.
That make the circulation. I don't pay a lot of attention to the stamps. Mostly because I don't mail anything anymore.
Like YouTube, email's definitely taken off.
Yeah, that email it's gonna be a thing someday.
Who's your number one, Jay?
My number one is Michael J. Fox.
Another one who people might mistakenly think is American.
Now, I was thinking he was from Vancouver or something, but recently I read he's from Edmonton.
That's Alberta,
it's a chilly town in northern Alberta. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Michael J. Fox. I mean, obviously, I loved him in Back to the Future and all of those, Family Ties, Michael P. Keaton. He's just got this way about him that at that time in my life, he just seemed like such a cool dude. He's just got so much charisma and carries himself in a certain way that's really unique to him. He's certainly had some challenges over the years.
Yeah.
But how great is it to still see him out there? And he's, stayed in the public and tried to do a lot of good, even through, his challenges with Parkinson's and that. And here he is now on Shrinking, and he's still got it, He
has. And I can't tell you how much I respect the fact that he's willing to take the piss out of his disease. And that's what he's doing in Shrinking. And he did it in Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is a favorite of mine.
Right.
He appeared on Curb with Larry, and he's making fun of that horrific disease. And what an advocate for Parkinson's, the money he's raised, and he really is an inspirational individual. Yeah. And that's despite the incredible movie and TV career. He's just an inspirational dude. And how much charisma can you fit into somebody who's like 5'5"? It's incredible.
It really is. But
he's the only person in the world that made me want to be short. Because he was so cool as Marty McFly.
He was,
I'm 7 and I'm already, I was 8 or 9 and I was already taller than him or something like that. And I just felt like an uncool, lanky monster. I want to be like even the way he walked, was cool. Sneakers,
Oh, don't even get me started on the sneakers. But all right. So
you put them in the Hall of Fame. They're in our Hall of Fame.
I did. Yeah, I know. So there you go. There's our list of 10 great Canadians in the entertainment business.
11, actually, isn't it? 11.
I suppose it is 11. Yeah. Ian, it's been fun. Thanks so much.
It has. Thank you for listening. We've got to push some stuff now, haven't we? We've got to get a YouTube channel. So youtube.com.
Yeah, that's starting to unfold.
That's just search Popcorn in Orbit, I assume. It'll pop up in there. We've got an Instagram account. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Would be grateful. Thank you.
And now we're going to be TikToking in the hallways of
possibly
Metro Convention Center.
Whatever you hear professionals say on another podcast that they'd like you to do, could you then also do it for us? That's effectively what I'm trying to say. So when a professional podcast says, could you say like and subscribe and all that stuff, just do that for us. But if you don't worry about it. We won't know.
No, this is our worst ending yet. Yeah,
I don't know that it is. I think it's good to be irreverent about it.
Well, on that note, let's wrap it up. Ian, it's been a blast.
It certainly has, Jay.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Take care.
Popcorn in Orbit is produced by the Shooting Eye and Ice River Pictures